So let me take you to Office 365 portal and I'll show you how we can create different recipients in Microsoft 365. From here, under the Users tab, I'll click on Active Users to create a user mailbox. So I'll just select Active Users. And then I can click on Add a User. Here I can put the basic information. So I'll just put something like this. I'll set the display name for this user. And I can set the user principal name or the account through which this person will log in. Okay, and after that I can set the password for this user. I will hit next. I'll assign the license so that this person gets the mailbox. And if I scroll down, here is the plan or the suite that gives a person a mailbox. So if I uncheck this person will not be assigned any mailbox. Okay, so we'll hit next. If I want to assign any rules to this user, I can just select the rules from here. Otherwise, I'll just hit next. I have also covered creation of user mailboxes in my previous video where I talked about the user states, but a refresher would definitely help. So this is how we create a user mailbox in Microsoft 365. And if I need to create a shared mailbox, what I can do is I can just expand this groups tab over here and click on shared mailboxes. Under that, I have an option that says add a shared mailbox. So I can just name it as shared mailbox 2. And I'll put the email address same as the name and we'll click on save changes. Perfect, the shared mailbox has been created. And if I want to give full access permission to someone on this mailbox or assign send as and send on behalf permissions, so I'll click on the mailbox here, and from here I'll go to this option that says manage permissions for the mailbox. So I'll click on read and manage. From here I'll click on add permissions and I can look for myself here. Let's assume that I'm assigning the full access permission to myself on this particular mailbox. So I'll click on add. So that's done. And if I want to give myself send as permission on this particular mailbox, I can go with this and I'll just put my name again over there. So that's done. Now it usually takes a couple of minutes for the permissions to replicate before someone who has access to the mailbox can view it in Outlook or the OVA application. There's also another way to create mailboxes and set the permissions, and that's through Exchange Admin Center. So if I go to the Exchange Admin Center from here, so from here I can go to the mailboxes tab, and under mailboxes I have an option that says add a shared mailbox. I'll just click on it, and from here I can create a shared mailbox. I'll just name it test shared 3. We'll select the domain as my default domain, that is Easy365 Learning. I can also set the alias as test shared 3. Okay, so the mailbox has been created. So here's the shared mailbox that we just created, test shared 3. Now if I need to assign full access permission to someone on this mailbox or set the send as and send on behalf, I can go to the delegation tab, and from there I can set those permissions. So if I need to go with a full access permission, I'll just click on add members. And I can hit save, confirm. So that will set me the delegate permission for this particular mailbox. If I need to go with send as and send on behalf permission, I can click on the send as, click on add members, and then I'll put my name over there, set this and save and confirm. So this is another way how we can create the shared mailboxes in Microsoft 365. Now let's see how I can access the shared mailbox and send emails using my account through that shared mailbox. So I'll first go to outlook.office.com. currently this is my account, and in order to access the shared mailbox, what I will do is I'll click on the initials at the top right hand side, and then the option open another mailbox. Here I can put any of those shared mailboxes that I have recently created, and I'll hit open. So at the top you see it opened that particular mailbox. Now I can create an email and send it to my account from here. Let me just name it test email. Sent. Now I should receive that email over here. Okay, perfect. I got the email, but if you see, the address says that shared mailbox 2, right? So the email address shows as test shared mailbox 2 at easy365learning.com. Now if I want to use my account to send emails as shared mailbox, so what I will do is I'll click on new email and then click on these options. From here I'll check the box that says show from, and from here I can select my account, and then I can send an email to my account from here. I'll just name it test shared mailbox 2, and I can make it something like send as, and I'll click on send. Now if you see, I received this email, but the from address shows as Sunil Raina, right? And you see it shows my account here, Sunil Raina at easy365learning.com. Same goes with when we set the permission as send on behalf. Over there it says something like Sunil Raina sending on behalf of this particular shared mailbox. And one thing we need to note here, if someone is assigning both the permissions send as and send on behalf on a shared mailbox, send as permission will override the send on behalf permission in that case. Now we will see how distribution groups can be created in Office 365, so we can accomplish this task by leveraging Exchange Admin Center or Office 365 Admin Center. If I talk about the Exchange Admin Center, for creating a mail group, we will go to the Groups tab under Recipients, and from here I can choose the option based on what type of group I want to create. For creating a Microsoft 365 or Office 365 group, under the Microsoft 365 tab, I'll select the option that says Add a Group. By default, you see Microsoft 365 group is selected, so I'll just hit Next. I can name it Microsoft 365 Group 1, and then I'll hit Next. I'll assign the owners for this particular group, so let me assign myself. From here I can add the members who will have access to this particular group, including the group content and files. So I'll select my account from there and hit add. Next. From here I can assign an email address to the mail group, and from the drop down I can select whether I want to go with a public or a private mail group. So if I go with a public mail group, in that case anyone in the organization can see the group and join it without approval from the group owner, and members can invite others to join the group, and owners can also assign users as members or owners. In case of private groups, only approved members in the organization can see the group, and only the group owners can invite people to join, and members cannot invite others. So for now, we'll go with the public group and hit Next and create group. So that's how we create a Microsoft 365 group. Similarly, we can create other mail groups by selecting the appropriate options like distribution list, dynamic distribution list, or mail enabled security group. For creating a distribution list, I'll just click on the distribution list tab and click on add a group, and from here I'll select the option that says distribution and will hit Next. From here I can just name it something like distribution group 1. We'll hit next. From here, I can assign the owners who will be managing this group. So I'll select myself as the owner, hit next. Now I'll add the members who will receive emails that are sent to this group email address. So I'll put my email address over there. And I can add other people as well. Hit next. I'll put the group email address here. Here under Communication tab, I have an option or a checkbox that says allow people outside my organization to send emails to this distribution group. So if I check this, both internal and external users will be able to send emails to me. Otherwise, only internal users or authenticated users will be able to send emails to this mail group. Now there are a few settings here which defines like who can join the group. So if this is selected as open, anyone can join this group without any owner's approval. If this is selected as closed, only group owners can add members and all requests to join will be automatically declined. If it is set as owner approval, anyone can request to join this group and owners must approve. And here are the settings for leaving the group. If it's set as open, anyone can leave the group without group owners approval. If it's set as closed, only group owners can remove members and all requests to leave will be automatically declined. So we will go with the default options at this time and hit next. And then create group. So this is how we create a distribution list or a distribution group in Microsoft 365. Similarly, I can create a mail-enabled security group, but for dynamic distribution group, the configuration is a little bit different. So let's try creating a dynamic distribution group. I'll click on add a group. And from here, I'll select the option that says dynamic distribution and hit next. Let me just name it something like dynamic group and we'll hit next. Now here I will add someone as the owner for this particular mail group. So let me just put my name over there. And being an owner, I have the permission to add or remove members, delete conversations from the shared inbox, and change group settings. Then let's move to the members tab. For now, we'll go with the default one that says all recipient types. And as I said earlier in my video that the membership in case of a dynamic mail group is controlled by a condition, right? So here we will select the condition, something like if department is information technology. So what will happen here is anyone whose department is information technology will automatically get added to this dynamic mail group. And the membership usually changes every 24 hours in this particular case. As stated earlier, we can also create distribution groups or Microsoft 365 groups through Office 365 Admin Center. So for that, you just need to go to Active Groups, and from there you can click on Add a Microsoft 365 group, or from the distribution list you can select the option that says Add a Distribution List, or if you want to create a security group, you can go to the Security Group tab, and from there you can select the option that says Add a Security Group. And if you want to get a mail user or a mail contact created in the organization, for that you can go to the Exchange Admin Center, and from there you can select this option Contact under the Recipients tab, and here it gives you an option to add a mail contact or a mail user. So let's try creating these recipients now. For creating a mail contact, I'll just click on this option that says Add a Mail Contact, and I can put the name here. So let me put the initials, the display name, and other details that it asks me. Here I will put the external email address for this person. Let's make it something like wiki@gmail.com and hit next. These are the optional settings that you can do over there, and then you can hit next. and then create the mail contact. And this is how the mail contact gets created. I'll just refresh it and it should show me here in a couple of minutes. Okay, perfect. We see it now. Similarly, we can create a mail user, right? So I'll just say Rohit. I'll put the name as Rohit. I'll mention the email address, something like rohit@gmail.com, right? I'll set the alias. Here I have some additional fields where it asks me to put the user ID for this person. This user ID is required so that the person can leverage this ID to log into my environment. So I can just put Rohit at easy365learning.com, and from here I can set the password for this particular mail user. And hit next and then create. So this is how we create a mail user in Microsoft 365. This brings us to the end of this session. I hope you like it. Please subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon so that you are notified about my upcoming videos. Stay connected and have a great rest of your day.